one player truly showed why Sparking Zero is broken. Let me explain. So there's a huge tournament in Los Angeles that's going to be held for Sparking Zero. And right now there are qualifying rounds being held for participants to enter that tournament. Well, 2 days ago, the French qualifying rounds were being held. And one of the players was playing in a way that many people did not agree with. Now you might be thinking,
Prez, what could he possibly have done?
Well, let me show you, because this is kind of crazy. And here is the riveting gameplay. As you can see, he runs away the entire match. He goes up, he goes down, and he does that until the time runs out for the match, which is about 10 minutes. And that's the issue. Now you might be thinking, Prez, he's just flying up and down. What's the issue with that? And I wasn't aware of this, but ascending up and down will not allow your opponent to Dragon Dash to you or lock on. So essentially, your opponent just can't attack you. So the androids, Android 19 and Dr. Duro specifically, which what he's using, has infinite ki. So he will punch him, go up and down, make sure he won't get locked onto, and then he will wait for the game to time out. And since he has more health, he would win the round. Horrible, boring gameplay. Before you be one of those people in the comments talking about, well,
I could have beat him, the person who just fought him is trash.
I was actually watching Zyken's YouTube video on it. Huge shout out to him. And the person who was doing this cheese is actually pretty good at the game. He got the Z rank super counters unlocked. He's good at the game. He knows what he's doing. He's just purposely cheesing. It got so bad that they stopped showing the gameplay. They only showed the commentators, because it was genuinely more entertaining to watch the commentators talk than it was to watch someone fly up and down for 10 minutes around. Now, in short, that's the controversy, that's the situation, that's why so many people on Twitter are so disappointed with how the game is. But who's at fault? A lot of people are pointing the fingers at Bandai. It's your game, you have to fix it. Why is this in the game to begin with? Well, Tyrant UK, one of the commentators of the match of when that cheese was happening, says otherwise.
No, it's not the game's fault. How is it the game's fault? The developers probably didn't even know about this. I would accept it's the game's fault if the game had been out for like a year and it was still like this. Bro, the game is less than 2 months old. It's too early to say it's the game's fault.
He brings up a fair point. The developers genuinely probably thought this would not be an issue inside the game. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to exploit and abuse certain mechanics in the game. In fact, in a lot of my shorts and my TikToks, I brought up this point and I was met with heavy criticism on that. However, we wanted the androids to have infinite ki because that's how they were in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. We wanted the unbalanced mechanics to be in this game because that's how it was in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. However, having this online scene to the game enables people to cheese these mechanics that were otherwise not even thinkable to be cheesed. Now, like he said, a year down the line, if this is still taking place, that's unacceptable. However, the game just came out 2 months ago. However, to the point where other people are saying it is for sure not their blame, but it is their responsibility. So they do have the obligation to fix this because this is unacceptable. So we can't point the blame on the developers. Can we point the game on the player? From what I've gathered online, this is what I can conclude. Shiryu is a good player. From what I'm hearing from people talk about him, they know that he can actually play the game well. So supposedly the reason why he was exploiting this intentionally was because he had an agenda to prove. Future Prez, while I was editing the video, I seen Shiryu actually comment on a post, and this is what his comment reads. This was not against anybody who plays the most broken teams in the game. This is just the best way to make sure Bandai see the flaws of the incredible game. I agree that the game is pretty new, but all of us buy it and some of us multiple times, even Ultimate Editions. And imagine how we feel when we go online and we must play this type of play. I really hope this tournament helps Bandai to make this game better. This is all I wanted to say, and good luck for the commentary of the upcoming tournaments because it will be pure chaos if any decisions aren't taken. So this proves that Shiryu only wanted to just exploit these horrible, just unfair mechanics inside of the game. So we can't put 100% of the blame on the player and we can't put 100% blame on Bandai. Where do we go from here? Well, like most of the comments say, I think Bandai needs to address these problems. And that's coming from one of the people that agrees with Tyrant to say that Bandai wasn't at fault. With that being said, and like how all the comments are saying, they need to address it. And hopefully as fast as possible, because in the grand finals in Los Angeles, that's all we're gonna see. And me personally, I ain't turning it out, I don't wanna see that. And another thing we need to finally accept going forward, in my humble opinion, is the acceptance of nerfs and balances. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was my favorite Dragon Ball Z game growing up, and it still might be my favorite Dragon Ball Z game to this day. I'm still debating. But as I mentioned in other videos and other TikToks and other shorts, this is now an online game. If we want a competitive scene in the game, we have to have nerfs and balances. Now, I might not speak for majority of the community, but majority of the people who watch my videos disagree with the sentiment that there needs to be nerfs and balances. They say Tenkaichi 3 was broken, so Sparking Zero has to be broken. I don't disagree with the idea that the game shouldn't be somewhat more broken and more unbalanced than other competitive fighting games. Because let's be real, this isn't the traditional competitive fighting game. If you want that, go to Fighters. However, as a matter of fact, on my first ever video on YouTube, I explained how Raging Blast 2 did not sell well because of how unbalanced the online scene was. The point I'm trying to make is that it's 2024 and this isn't what it was back then. If there is an online scene, there has to be nerfs and balances. So that about wraps up the Sparking Zero French final situation. Hopefully going forward, Bandai can address these issues so we can have a better, more enjoyable, fleshed out game. If you're one of these people and think Sparking Zero is dying, I made a video explaining about Sparking Zero and the state of the game at the moment, and if it's truly dying. I'm gonna leave that video right here and meet you over there. If I missed anything in this video, or if you have more problems with Sparking Zero, comment it down below and I'll address that in my next video. In order to not miss the video, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We are so close to 200 subscribers. Don't forget to like the video. Until next time, stay tuned.
Damn, check me in the right stool with a couple of my mans. Smack the dumb boy in his motherfucking head, call me Dirty Dan. I'm the young KC, please do not forget the 3, if you want, we can beat your ass, knuckle up anytime you wanna, man, I get shit gonna, if I did it want to, damn, and we sip the fucking Fanta for real, bro, alright, y'all.